Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mr. Steve News Network TV, your #1 spot for the hottest political updates, trending conversations, and the story shaking Nigeria right now. Today's matter is coming straight from the explosive atmosphere on the Morning Show on Arise TV, and trust me, this one has set social media completely on fire. Former Lagos lawmaker and actor turned politician Desmond Elliott finally came out to speak on the controversy surrounding his political future, after reports emerged that powerful APC figures allegedly moved against him ahead of the Surulere primary election. In the interview, Desmond tried to explain his side of the story, especially the allegations surrounding the impeachment plot against the Lagos Assembly Speaker, and why he suddenly lost the backing that once made him untouchable in Surulere politics. But the real drama started after the interview when veteran broadcaster Reuben Abati and fiery journalist Rufai reacted live on air. Dr. Abati did not hold back at all, as he openly advised Desmond Elliott to take a break from politics completely, while Rufai blasted him for failing to stand with the people when it mattered the most. The conversation became intense, emotional, and political, at the same time as they questioned Desmond's loyalty, silence during critical moments, and the consequences now following him politically. Now, the big question Nigerians are asking is this: was Desmond Elliott sacrificed politically because of internal APC power struggles? Did his role during the assembly crisis finally destroy the trust many people had in him? Or is this simply the harsh reality of Lagos politics where loyalty can change overnight? This is the exact video everybody's talking about right now. And before I return with my full analysis and break down everything happening behind the scenes, I want you to carefully watch the clip, listen to every statement, and pay attention to the reactions from Dr. Abati and Rufai because there are so many hidden political messages inside this conversation. Watch the full video first, and immediately after that, I'll come back with a deep analysis of what this means for Desmond Elliott, the APC structure in Lagos, and the future of Surulere politics moving forward. Now let's get into the video.
Elliott revealed that he only signed off on last year's plan to impeach Mudashiru Obasa as Speaker of the House because he thought it was backed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Speaking on Tuesday, Elliott sought to defend himself, saying he wasn't even in Nigeria when the plan to get rid of Obasa first began. Let's take a look.
During the period of January 13th of 2025, we were in recess, and then it was an opportunity for us to travel to attend my wife's younger sister's wedding.
Was that the time that the House of Assembly impeached
Yes,
Honorable?
that was the time.
Okay.
Right Honorable Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa was impeached. It came to me as a shock because I was in South Africa then. So obviously it took me about 2 days to come back. I was also as confused as everybody was. And then I saw that almost everybody had signed. And pretty much we thought it was from the presidency. In all fairness, we thought it was from the presidency. And of course, I put in I appended my own signature. I believe I was maybe 30-something person at that point in time, because others who had traveled had returned and had also signed. But eventually, Mr. President called us and made us understand that it was not from him.
All right, Rufai, Desmond Elliott has been trending on social media. I mean, these comments has got social media buzzing. Your thoughts on all of it?
Okay, so the question is, based on Gbajabiamila's account, that President Tinubu had called him and said that they said your son is the one supporting people that are against Obasa, and they called him to stand down. When Gbajabiamila called him and he said, oh, he's got no hand in it, what did he do afterwards? Because after signing, we saw the role Desmond play on TV. We are not blind. I think Desmond should just eat his humble pie. Has he not done enough? At least another person should go now. Is he
He's done 4 years.
12 years.
Is it 12 years? Oh, okay, he's looking for another 4 years.
So 12 years.
When you are somewhere for 12 years, I mean, if you work in a company for 12 years, Dr. Abati, have you not done your bit?
Time for promotion.
So you should go and do other things.
So after 12 years, you're going to retire from Arise?
You should do other things.
No, he will work out till he starts using working stick. Don't worry, Rufai. You can work out in your working stick place. You know like this.
So are you guys asking me to retire? So can I retire, Dr. Abati? I've been here for 13 years. Should I retire? His boss is 13 years
You
now.
already have your corner office, so the career progression is there.
Let me quickly...
13 years with Arise.
Oga Elliott, because he granted one pidgin English interview. You kept saying Oga. Now, what I read, he said he was in South Africa. He came back, and they gave him a document to sign, and he thought the directive was from the presidency, and he signed immediately. Is he saying that as a lawmaker, they gave him a paper to sign?
Yes.
He didn't read it.
No.
He didn't read between the lines. He just signed because he had the president's name. 2, why is he dragging the name of the president into it? He's suggesting to the Nigerian public that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu controls the Lagos State House of Assembly and that he dictates to them. He's an adult, for heaven's sake. He should be able to read a document and make up his own mind. And now that his godfather, Honorable Gbajabi Amila, now says he's another person that will be supported, namely Honorable Barakat, who seems to be making waves in Surulere, Constituency 1. He now starts calling Gbajabi Amila Daddy. How old is Gbajabi Amila? That Desmond Elliott, who even has a white beard, will be calling him Daddy. This kind of desperation, I don't understand it. And he has spent 12 years. This is not a chieftaincy title. Those who are elected into public offices, they are not supposed to be traditional rulers. You spend your time, when another person comes up, the person beats you at the primaries or at the polls, you go away. People should have a second address. When you serve government, go back to your profession. He's a very good actor. I'm sure he will still find some roles to play in Nollywood.
I'm sure.
And maybe in the future, he can,
that's it.
You know,
well, I hope he takes your advice,
politics.
Dr. Abati. All right.
After watching that interview, one thing is crystal clear. This is no longer just a simple disagreement between a politician and a journalist. What we are seeing now is a bigger conversation about media credibility, political image management, and the growing tension between Nigerian politicians and aggressive television interviewers. Let's break this down carefully. First of all, Adams Oshiomhole did not come to Channels Television casually. You could immediately sense from his tone that he was deeply offended by what happened on Aris TV. Right from the beginning, he sounded like a man determined to clear his name and confront what he believes was an unfair public portrayal. And interestingly, instead of merely defending himself politically, Oshiomhole went after Rufai Oseni personally and professionally. Calling a journalist a pathological liar on live television is not a small accusation. That is a very serious statement, especially in a country where media credibility is constantly being questioned. Now, whether you agree with Oshiomhole or not, one thing you cannot deny is that he came prepared with confidence. He repeatedly argued that Rufai was making claims without proper verification and accused him of presenting opinions as facts. This is where the conversation becomes very important. You see, in modern Nigerian media, especially political television programs, there is now a growing culture of confrontation. Interviews are no longer soft. Journalists are becoming more aggressive, more direct, and more willing to challenge politicians openly on live TV. And honestly, many Nigerians actually support this style because for years, politicians were rarely held accountable publicly. So broadcasters like Rufai Oseni have built a reputation for asking uncomfortable questions that many citizens feel politicians try to avoid. But the problem comes when interviews begin to look less like fact-based interrogations and more like personal arguments. That is exactly the impression Oshiomhole was trying to create during the channel's television interview. He wanted viewers to believe that Rufai crossed the line from journalism into activism or emotional confrontation. That was the core of Oshiomhole's defense. Now let's talk about something else many people may have missed. Oshiomhole is not a newcomer to political media battles. This is a man who has spent decades in Nigerian politics, from labor union struggles to becoming governor and now senator. He understands television politics extremely well. So when he chose to appear on Politics Today with Sen Okinbaloye, that decision was strategic. Why? Because Channels Television is seen by many Nigerians as one of the country's most influential political platforms. Oshiomhole knew that responding there would give his side of the story national visibility and credibility. And another thing I noticed was the difference in interviewing style between Sen and Rufai. Sen Okinbaloye appeared calmer and more measured during the conversation, allowing Oshiomhole enough room to explain himself fully. That environment gave Oshiomhole the opportunity to organize his arguments carefully and appear more composed compared to the heated exchange on Aris TV. Now, politically speaking, this confrontation is bigger than both men. What Nigerians are really debating online is this: should journalists aggressively confront politicians, or should interviews remain neutral and restrained? That is the real national debate here. Supporters of Rufai Oseni believe journalists must challenge politicians strongly because many leaders avoid accountability when treated too softly. But supporters of Oshiomhole argue that journalists also have a responsibility to remain factual, balanced, and respectful, instead of turning interviews into emotional clashes. And honestly, both sides have valid points. A democracy needs fearless journalism. Without tough journalists, many important truths may never come out. But at the same time, journalism also depends heavily on accuracy, balance, and discipline. Once viewers begin to suspect bias or emotional involvement, trust starts to weaken. Another interesting aspect of this whole drama is how social media has amplified it. If this happened 10 years ago, the conversation might have ended after the television broadcast. But today, clips are everywhere on Facebook, TikTok, X, and YouTube. People are replaying moments, slowing down videos, analyzing facial expressions, and choosing sides almost like football fans. This is why television confrontations now carry enormous political consequences. A single interview can reshape public perception overnight. And let us also remember the original issue that sparked this argument: xenophobic attacks against Nigerians in South Africa. Ironically, that serious issue has almost disappeared from the conversation because attention has now shifted completely toward the media clash itself. That tells you something powerful about modern politics and television. Sometimes the confrontation becomes bigger than the issue being discussed. Now, did Oshiomhole successfully defend himself on Channels Television? In my opinion, he succeeded in one important area. He managed to shift the conversation from being entirely about him to becoming a debate about journalism standards and media conduct. That alone was politically significant. Instead of remaining on the defensive, he counterattacked and forced viewers to question Rufai's style and credibility as well. However, whether Nigerians accept his arguments is another matter entirely, because many viewers still admire Rufai Oseni precisely because he confronts politicians directly and refuses to behave timidly. So this battle is far from over. In fact, what happened may actually strengthen both men politically and professionally. For Rufai, supporters may see him as a fearless journalist standing up to powerful politicians. For Oshiomhole, supporters may see him as a politician bold enough to confront what he considers media intimidation and misinformation. And that is why this story has exploded nationally. At the end of the day, Nigerians are watching two strong personalities clash publicly in a country where political trust and media trust are both under intense scrutiny. One final thing before I round up. This entire episode should remind every Nigerian of the importance of critical thinking. Never accept any television argument blindly simply because a politician sounds confident or because a journalist sounds passionate. Always listen carefully. Always verify facts independently. Always separate emotions from evidence. Because in today's media environment, perception can sometimes move faster than truth itself. But I want to hear from you. Do you think Adams Oshiomhole was right to call out Rufai Oseni publicly? Or do you believe
Maybe when
Rufai
you
was
win a
simply
primary
doing his
and
duty as a
compete in the
journalist?
national election
Who do you
and win
think
your votes
handled
equally,
the situation
we talk
better?
about electability.
Drop your opinion in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because Nigerian politics is getting more dramatic every single day. And we'll always bring you the biggest stories with detailed breakdowns right here on the channel.
The directive was from the presidency, and he signed immediately. Is he saying that as a lawmaker, they gave him a paper to sign?
Yes.
He didn't read it.
No.
He didn't read between the lines. He just signed because he had the president's name. 2, why is he dragging the name of the president into it? He's suggesting to the Nigerian public that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu controls the Lagos State House of Assembly and that he dictates to them. He's an adult, for heaven's sake. He should be able to read a document and make up his own mind. And now that his godfather, Honorable Gbajabiamila Amila, now says he's another person that will be supported, namely Honorable Barakat, who seems to be making waves in Surulere, Constituency 1. He now starts calling Gbajabiamila Daddy.